Welcome, everybody, to All About Articulation, where we do a deeper dive into the articulation of some of your favorite action figures while glossing over things like sculpt, paint apps, character history, because I suck at that, and there are already so many great reviewers on YouTube who do that already, and I don't want to waste your time. So, yeah, today, this is the, let's see, Diamond Select, Marvel Select, Avengers Endgame, we got the Hulk, and the Thanos. This is the Disney. Both of these are the Disney store exclusives. I know that the mass retail version of this Hulk has been announced. It comes with that gauntlet thing for him, but this one, of course, doesn't have it. I just saw today's date is December 9th, 2019. I just saw this morning that these figures were released and up for sale on the Disney store website. So I called up my local Disney store. They said they had them in stock. I ran down just now, just got it in the rain and the cold. I came back and I haven't even taken it out of the box yet, but I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like out of the box. And I'm going to take them out. I'm going to play with them a little bit, and then we're going to do a deeper dive into the articulation. All right, so I'm going to put them on pause, and I will be right back after I fiddle around with these little doodads. All right, we're back. So, here's your Hulk, here's your Thanos. I've been playing around with them for a little bit just now, kind of get a good feel for them, seeing how they articulate and whatnot. Hulk comes with two pairs of hands. One pair of open hands, kind of grippy hands, one pair of closed fist punching hands, and that's all you get. No gauntlet for him. For Thanos, he comes attached with his regular left arm. And you pop that off at the elbow, and then you can put on the Infinity Gauntlets, and also he comes with his double-ended sword here. And my initial thoughts, right off the bat, right out of taking him out of the package, for Hulk anyway, I started laughing. I couldn't stop laughing at him. He just looks weird. Doesn't he look kind of weird? Look at these sideburns. I don't remember Hulk having these sideburns ever in the movies. He doesn't even look like the Hulk. Or Mark Ruffalo, for that matter. Does he? I don't know. I might be aging myself here, but I don't know how many of you guys remember the band Oasis from the 90s? Doesn't he look like Liam Gallagher? Or no, Noel Gallagher from the band Oasis. He looks like he's about to sing Champagne Supernova, doesn't he? You guys can Google that or look it up on YouTube. You'll see what I mean. He looks like a British pop singer. Anyway, but they are Marvel Select figures, and they are very on par with what you would expect from Marvel Select figures. They're very big and bulky. They have a lot of mass and size and girth, and they're very good detail. Yet the articulation is something that leaves you wanting. And we're going to definitely get into that in a bit. They are very stiff off the bat, and when you do pose them and articulate them, you're going to get a lot of paint chippage. I only been playing with them for maybe half an hour just now, and already so much paint has been coming off from the joints and all the places where you can bend. So let's just get right into it. All right? So we're going to put Thanos off to the side, move him into the back. Hopefully he doesn't fall and knock everything over, and we're going to start with the Hulk. He's not that just the two of them face to face. It just looks, I don't know if it's translating how weird they look in person, because I'm looking at these figures now through the camera, and they look decent. They look okay, and I'm just afraid that you guys watching at home are gonna be like, "What the hell is this guy talking about?" They look fine to me. They look actually pretty cool on camera, on screen, but in person, I don't know. I can't explain it. They don't look right. They look odd. Especially when they're next to each other. His head is so much bigger, and his head is like the size of a peanut. And Hulk should be a little bit taller, no? Or yeah, there's a big controversy in Hulk's size, because after he changed the Professor Hulk in the movies, he shrunk, so he's not that big now. Oh, who knows? But I always like Hulk a little bit bigger than Thanos. But the size of him, let's move him back a little bit so you guys can get a full view of him. He is standing from feet to the top of his head, he is at about just a hair under 9 inches tall. All right, just a hair under 9 inches. Let's stretch that out. This part's good. Yeah. So for all intents and purposes, let's call him 9. Okay. Put that down. Get the Thanos in a little bit. He has, I will say this in terms of articulation. He has great head articulation. He can move all around. He can look up. He can look down, left, or his left to his right. And he can do a full rotation. He can do the head bobble, this, that, and the other thing. You can get him to a lot of good poses. Look down, look up, diagonally here, diagonally there. It's really, really great neck articulation. I will give him A+ in that sense. The shoulder articulation, not so much. The articulation is pretty much just from his head and his feet, and his ankles. I'll get to that in a little bit. But everything between his head and his feet, the articulation is pretty lacking. The shoulders, you can't get higher than that. That's about as high up as you go. So he can't really get into like a Jesus pose. You know, that's it. That's as far horizontal as the shoulders can go. You know, he, of course, typical bicep rotation. You can one single jointed elbows. Not even 90. I would say it's, I don't know, 135 even, 135 degrees. It's horrible. But the wrist articulation is pretty good. His wrist articulation, you can go all the way out. You know, like he's stopping traffic. It's pretty good. That's something that you don't see a lot these days in a lot of especially bulky figures. So I do like that. And he can go all the way down. No side to side, just up, down. And the ab articulation, he does get decent back extension. So if this is his vanilla pose, I'm going to line that up just right. Okay, let me let you guys see. Let's raise his arm so you can have an unobstructed view. If that's him standing straight, all right, you can bend his back just a little bit so he can get decent back, a back stretch, a back extension, but his forward ab crunch stops there, and that's it. Hips are pretty good. Oh, he gets a waist swivel too. It's a waist swivel here, and it's a ball joint in the upper torso, but you don't get much movement out of it. So in that sense, it's very limited and it's almost non-existent. So don't even bother, really. He does have waist swivel, so you can get him into some decent, you know, it could help. It could assist in your posing. Definitely as an artist, and really this review channel is really for artists. The reason why I started, buying action figures is because I wanted to have models that I want to draw my graphic novel and help me have action poses. And instead of having, to pay $70, $80, $90 for these bland action figures, I thought, those artist models, I thought, why don't I just start buying action figures? I like them anyway. So if you're an artist, I don't know if this figure is for you. Who is this actually for? I think either you're a Hulk fanatic or you're trying to maybe build a Avengers Endgame display. Other than that, I don't know why you would want this. Especially not for artists, I don't think. As an artist myself, he wouldn't be the first thing I grabbed off the shelf to help me with some sort of anatomy drawing. But anyway, getting back to his articulation, he has great hip articulation. It's the typical Marvel Select hip joints. He can definitely give you a great split, but he has absolutely no back kick and very, very very limited front kick too. That's as high up he can go. That's as far back he can go. That's it. He has a swivel upper thigh, double jointed knee, and he has really good ankle articulation. I mean, I was shocked how good his ankle articulation is. He can go swivel all around. Great ankle pivot. He has the hinge that goes up and down. Really good. So he can get into a lot of stands because of that great ankle, those great ankles, and then he can look up with that great neck. But everything in between is going to be a little bit limited. So put him in a pose there. And we'll get to Thanos in a little bit if I can get him to stand. All right, Hulk, stay there. Don't move. All right, now Thanos with his little peanut head that I don't think translates on camera. You should see him in person. When you get to the store, or if you're able to see him in person, you'll know what I'm talking about. So he is also, well, he's a little bit shorter than 9. I mean, and he has a very weird neck too. Isn't that a weird? It's a very long neck. It's disturbingly angular, because if you think about it, his chin is here, and his shoulder is here. So, yeah, it's not translating on camera. You got to see it in person. It's a very long neck. Anyway, all right. Let's move him back. Measure his heights. He is, like I say, about... No, he's shorter than 9. Maybe if Hulk was a hair under 9, he's about a hair under a hair, 2 hairs under 9. So he is a little bit shorter than Hulk, not by much though. So take that for what it's worth. A lot of great detail, very, very stiff. You're gonna have to do a lot of heating to play with this guy and put him in poses. He has his shoulder pads, which does, of course, hinder his shoulder articulation, and that's about far up as he can go. Excuse me, Hulk. I need some room here. He has also single jointed elbows that goes a little bit further up than Hulk. He can hit, I want to say maybe just shy of 90 degrees. He does have decent wrist articulation, although his gauntlets do get in the way of that. And he has guards on the back of his hand that could hinder that also. So it's not as good as Hulk's wrist movements. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot about his neck. He has decent neck articulation. I wouldn't say it's good or even great. I think at best decent. He can look up just about that much. If you really want to pull. Oh, never mind. You want to keep that head on. But you can sort of pull it up to make him look up. Cheat a little bit and then make him look down. He gets good downward articulation. And a little wobbly, side to side action. Not bad. When he turns to either left or right, because of the way it's sculpted, you're not going to get a flat and very flush turn. It's going to get inhibited by all this armor here, so just keep that in mind. He has no waist swivel, so his lower waist is locked in that position. He does have upper waist. It's a ball joint, so it does give him that much of a crunch. Let me move it up. That's as far down he can go. Here's his back extension. So if this is neutral, that's his extent, not much. And that's his forward ab crunch. Backward, that's his back extension. That's it. Like I said, single jointed elbows. He does get the upper bicep swivel. That we all know and love. So no reason to go more into detail there. Oops, no, that's backwards. Yeah, this thing's, yeah, I'll just pop it off. I'll show you. So that's the gauntlet. This is his regular left arm that goes on. Yeah. Oh my God. You really have, it's a really big struggle to play with these guys. All right, there we go. Like I said, his elbows can get a little bit closer to 90. Yeah, just about 90, I would say. With this gauntlet, you don't hit 90. With the regular arm, you can get 90. He has these, these armor skirts, but they don't inhibit his hip articulation. He can get his leg up that high, which is pretty good. So if you want to have him do like a sitting pose, he can definitely reach that, as opposed to Hulk, who doesn't get much higher than what you see there. So he can kick up that far. You should look at my desk here. It's full of chipped paint at this point. I'm just moving them around. Even just in the last, 10-15 minutes of playing with these guys, there's like chipped paint all over my desk. Anyway, he can kick back maybe that far. He has double jointed knees, so he can get back that far. Can't kick his butt, but there you go. He has a good ankle articulation, much like the Hulk. He can go up, down. Marvel Select really is working on their ankle articulation, so that's good. And that is beneficial for when you want to put your figures, especially these big guys that Marvel Select is known to do, into different various poses. It's all about the ankle articulation, man. You want to get them to stand, you got to have good ankle articulation and ankle pivot. All right, so yeah, that's it. My God, my hands are sore and red from fighting with these guys, and the chip paint all over the ground here. All right, let's do some size comparisons and how they stack up against some other figures that I got. All right, let's put them in a vanilla pose. How do I feel about these guys? I don't know. I think they're okay. I mean, also they're $25. You know, if you have some disposable income and you're a completionist, you want to get these guys, go ahead. Any more than 25? I don't know, man. I don't really think, like, usually I know I've been collecting for a little while now. I have a good amount of figures. Usually within 5 minutes out of the box, I'm like, yes, I love it, or no, I don't. Very rarely do my impression of a figure grow after the initial my initial impression. So I don't know. Like, for example, another Thanos Disney exclusive that I bought last year. This is I don't even know what you call it. Is it a comic book? Is it a MCU figure? Is it a hybrid? But this was last year's Disney exclusive Marvel Select Thanos figure. And right out of the box, I loved him. And here he is. And he's still one of my favorite Thanos figures to this day. Just didn't realize how small he was compared to... I don't have the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Thanos, so I'm sorry about that. I can't compare him to the Build-A-Figure, but I do have him. And I do have the Marvel Legends Infinity War. Let's move Hulk out the way. Here's the Infinity War Build-A-Figure. The original Build-A-Figure, not the re-release, 3-pack re-release. So that just gives you an idea of how big this new Thanos is. And I keep looking at him on camera, and he looks really cool. But then I look at him, I hold him in person, and I'm just like, ugh. I don't know, man. I think I might bring him back, or I might just, sell him on eBay or something. I don't know if I want to keep him. I mean, he looks cool, but I don't know. Anyway, what are your guys' thoughts? Because that's always important. So, yep, those are those two guys, and why don't you guys take a back seat? We'll move Hulk into the frame. Here's our Hulk, and here's the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Hulk from, I forgot what wave he was. Endgame, right? Is it the Endgame or Avengers? Oh, he won from one of the Avengers lines that came out this year. So he's about a shade shorter. Yeah, roughly the same height. Marvel Select maybe a little bit taller. Yeah, Marvel Select is about maybe, I would say, half a centimeter to a centimeter taller. Um, yeah, some guy was on eBay selling clothes specifically for this Build-A-Figure. If I can find the link, I'll post it in the description below. If you guys have this figure and you want to buy this set of clothes for him too, it's really good. It fits really well. Maybe I should do a review on these clothes, but it really makes the Hulk that much better. I know this guy came out, everybody was trashing on this guy, saying he sucked, whatever. But then, and I didn't disagree, but I could see what the criticisms were. But after I bought these clothes for him, which I think were like 15, 20 bucks, it makes the Hulk that much more, I guess. I don't know. I appreciate him that much more. I like him that much better. So these are the two Avengers MCU Hulks from the last year. That's how they stand. There's your Thanosi. And that's it. My final conclusion, I think I'm gonna have to say I think these guys are a pass for me. I think if I can return these, I kept the receipt. If I can return these, I'll try to return them. If not, then I'm probably just gonna sell them on eBay or something. But yeah, especially if you're into articulation, and this channel is for all you articulation nuts. These are not very articulable figures, so if you're looking for articulation, definitely pass on this. Although they are 25 bucks, so there's that. And if you're trying to build an endgame display, why not? But if you're an artist like me and you're looking for posability, for your artwork and for character models, then definitely not. Yeah, alright, that's it. This has already been a 20-minute long video. I gotta get out of here. Okay, bye.